Logan.
Yes, Jamesman?
Now that we have the wonderful powers of Parsec on our side, I have a grand idea of what we should do next.
Build a transcontinental railroad?
No, silly! Watch this!
And that's how Logan and I got to record this game for you guys via the wonderful powers of Parsec.
Back in the year 19...
Awesome.
Well, Cuphead and his pal Mugman with 1/2 second delays.
They're not bad delays.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like, I'm not saying that's an issue with you, but I've noticed that, like, whenever I do it, I don't usually notice any delays.
Whenever I do it, there's a delay. There's, like, at least a 1/2 second delay, but that's about it.
I think the worst I usually get is...
It's gotten better, and I have gotten used to the delay.
Okay.
I think the worst I've ever experienced is, like, sometimes the screen will freeze up for, like, a second or two, but that's the worst it ever gets for me.
So yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our wonderful co-op commentary of Cuphead for PC.
Yep.
And we previously did a lookout for this game because, you know, we were that ecstatic for the game when it initially came out, and since then, well, as we all know, this game got a proper update where you can actually choose between the likes of Fuckhead and Fuckman whenever you feel like.
Hold on. Now that's just rude.
Yeah, come on, man.
No. Okay, no. In all fairness, their real names are Shithead and Fuckman. There you go. Play the roles of Cuphead and Mugman, and don't deal with the devil.
Well, that's just uncouth of you, my good sir.
And we've already done this narration like several times over on multiple channels at this point, so...
Yeah.
Pretty much for the look at and for the dub.
We're gonna talk.
Oh, I know, but when
happen.
we actually get to actual King Candy lines, I'm speaking them.
King Candy.
Or no, sorry, not King Candy.
I thought his name was
King Dice. I'm
King Dice.
I'm very tired today.
I don't know if
You played too many crabs.
No, I literally just got back from an hour of working out, so I have a headache.
So yeah, we
don't blame you.
So yeah, this was definitely a game that's been on a lot of our definitely James and mine list to like we wanted to do this, and it definitely shows when Parsec was first becoming a thing. Like they were advertising it, between Steam when they create their own thing. Everybody like Cuphead, like in particular, Cuphead seemed to like incite this huge new like passion of like we want to be able to allow people to co-op game even if they don't own the game and live close to one another.
I guess on that note, we might as well get the big thing out of the way. Like, you can save like the nitty-gritty details as we go on, but just upfront short answer, does this game work in co-op?
Yes and no. More on that later.
It depends. Okay. It depends on some things, but I can say that there have been on more than one occasion where we were able to save each other's butts, and will not spoil just yet, but in some cases, some bosses that I thought were going to be the easiest turned out to be the hardest.
Oh, a test.
Yeah, because to their credit, they do scale up the boss HP to accommodate for two.
Yeah, no, they literally double the HP.
Which makes sense.
It makes sense.
For the majority of the campaign, a lot of the boss fights are harder in co-op, though I do remember at least one exception, where it's honestly a lot easier to take care of in co-op, but we'll get to that particular set of fucks later.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of which, out you go!
I forget, Jordy, were you here for... Oh, no, Jordy was here for the first time.
Yeah, I was here for the first look at, and of course, I was the one who set up the dub that we did of the cutscenes before the update happened.
Hot dog! It was really nice, and then...
And I was Cuphead!
So yeah, poor old...
Ah, damn it.
So for those of you that have been living under a rock this whole time, poor Cuphead and Mugman got themselves into a bit of a bad bind with the devil, and now they must collect souls in order to get themselves appeased.
Well, Cuphead and his pal Mugman, they done fucked up.
Yeah.
They done fucked up.
And it's quite a pickle. By the way, Cuphead, what happened to your brother? Wasn't he just here with you?
I have a brother?
Wait, hold on.
You're talking to no
what
one, sir.
Oh, by the way.
He's in the trunk.
I was gonna do the whole thing of like, what happened to your brother?
I have a brother?
I have a son? What? I have a son? Oh, wait. Like, you and your son. I have one of those? Oh god, I have two of those!
I forgot about that.
And one of them is invisible.
That's the one.
Was it ever made
That's the one.
Hang on, Matt. What was that, James?
was it ever made it clear what Elder Kettle's relation to Cuphead and Mugman was?
I took grandfather.
Grandfather.
Or guardian.
I
Anchor.
always figured it was just an adoptive father.
We.
I mean, I could totally buy that.
Yeah, surrogate father, or something like a father figure, or something like that.
Kind of like how Timmy and Tommy are to Tom Nook.
By the way, I have
Kind
a
of,
question.
yes.
Is this, well, Tom Nook is their uncle, so, I do have a question. Is this did you guys record this pre-Switch update or post-Switch update?
Post.
Post update.
Okay.
I'll be right
So
back.
there's I mean,
Okay.
honestly, if being able to switch between Mugman and Cuphead in solo is anything to go by, yes, this was after the update.
Okay.
Yes.
Because yes, the update was released in honor of the game's eventual Switch release, which got a lot of us ecstatic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although,
yes.
unfortunately, we are having to use the PC version because even though the Switch release is something to behold, the co-op in that is still only local.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I guess to get down to the nitty gritty real quick, I guess it's not really that hard to tell, but I'm currently taking the role of Cuphead, and Logan is going to be Mugman for this playthrough.
Hi.
Come on. There you go.
Sorry about that
Yeah,
false
there you
alarm.
Don't worry. He still has sharper skills than that one guy that tried to review the game.
Anybody has sharper skills than that one guy.
Hold on,
Yeah,
James
we're not gonna
Harden-
talk about that.
A 5-year-old does.
Never mind.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine. So yeah, we're gonna show off this entire game in its
Oh
entirety.
wait, I just realized. I realized what happened to Mugman. He was stuck on the drawing board until I found him.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go.
That would help to know that. So we're gonna go in there. Oh yeah, and we have all the normal stuff, and the dog's okay.
No, it's not. It's one of the other dogs. I'm guessing one of them is out looking out the window or just wanting to bug the other.
So one thing to be said right off the bat about co-op is that while we do still collect the same amount of coins, we each have our own select amount of them.
Oh, okay.
Makes
Like
sense.
so.
Oh,
Three gold
Oh.
coins.
Thank you, kind sir.
Yep, 3 coins, and they're shared between the both of us.
Thank you.
So how about we go pack ourselves up before we do go for a scrapping?
I dare say that is a swell idea because it's time for me to get one of my favorite loadouts in the game.
Yeah, and you can literally do it right off the bat.
Yeah. By the way, I will say that is good. Roundabout, honestly, is my favorite weapon in one of my favorite weapons just in any video game.
Really?
The roundabout did end up becoming one of my favorite.
It's pretty much just a stronger version of the regular pea shooter, but double so.
Oh, wow.
Especially if you can actually hit the enemies upon the returning trajectory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, unfortunately, poor old Mugman and I will have to be going through 4 whole worlds of good guys turned bad, and we're gonna have to collect their souls to appease the devil.
Yep.
First, we got a run and gun.
Yep, we're gonna
Yep.
start with a small fry first.
Well, yeah, because I thought it'd be handy just to show off what this normal stage is like. And as we talked about in the first stage, as we talked about in the previous entry, if you're quick enough, or if you're not smart enough, but if you are skilled enough, it is entirely possible to beat all of these stages without shooting a single fire bullet.
Yeah.
Can't talk.
Yeah, it is. I think that's
It-
a
Yeah.
pacifist
Yes,
run.
it's called.
Yeah, I was about to say,
You say it.
there actually is a rank that you get for going through a stage without killing any enemies. You can't get in the bosses, obviously, because you kind of
Well,
have
yeah,
to.
'cause
But
you
for
gotta-
the regulars,
Well, yeah.
But
You gotta
for the
collect them
regulars-
souls.
however, I will actually say you can hit the pink enemies. That though they are legitimately the only exception. Because on one of the levels, I kept on I accidentally hit a couple pink enemies, and I was like, shit, I'm going to have to redo it, but I was at the very end of the level,
Uh-huh.
and it still gave me the pacifist.
I think so
Wow.
long as you don't hit any enemies with bullets, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and
I
I
thought it was
guess
as long-
enemies that you can parry, I suppose, don't count.
Yeah.
I think as long as you don't. I thought it was as long
Oh
as you
no.
don't.
Don't worry, Mugman, I got you.
I thought it was as long as you don't kill enemies, you'll be fine. Because I think it'd be a little bit hard to not accidentally shoot someone.
I mean, just don't fire the button.
Yeah.
But the other thing is,
Get out, you little munchkin.
I guess the last thing we should cover before we just start talking about this game and how incredible it looks at 60 FPS. Look at that! Oh my gosh, it's adorable. It's so cool. Is it 60 FPS? It is. I'm correct. What is our stance on cutting out footage to make sure that you guys don't have to sit here, bless you, so that you guys don't have to sit here for the hours that this took us originally?
I made sure to cut out a lot of what I would consider repetitive or dead space.
Because my goodness.
If there's anything I found especially hilarious, I did make sure to keep in.
Okay.
Well, as long as you didn't cut out Dead Space 1 and 2. Dead Space 3, though.
We can leave that. Alright, let's get
Is it too
Smoke
late
Bomb.
for me to say I'm not really that big on the Dead Space series?
No, it's totally fine. I got into the first two. Go ahead.
I keep forgetting that it exists.
Well, you and EA. No, the first game is actually fantastic. The second game is pretty great, too. The third game just is shit.
Alright. Outside for the root pack in Botanic Panic.
Okay.
I will say there is one that last thing about Dead Space. There was also an iPhone game that was connected to Dead Space 2. Like it was canon and actually supposed to show the events of how Dead Space 2 happened, and it was actually really fucking good. And I hate that EA took it off of the marketplace.
Oh, the mobile, because the mobile game was actually it was a solid mobile game. I played it.
It was actually really damn good. Like, it looked great, it played great, it felt like Dead Space.
We're on to the next part.
Now then, about those update exclusive. First, we'll start off with the Onion Boy here.
If you don't attack him...
Yeah, I was about to say, look at him.
He's just an innocent little onion.
Oh, but now you have to deal with this radish.
Oh my god, what is that, a radish?
That is a radish.
Dear god.
And the carrot guy gets double his health.
Yep, to make up for the fact you didn't have to beat the onion.
I don't know, that radish seems pretty rad.
Now,
which results in bad things.
Dear god.
So yeah, I will say this right now. We will show off as many of these update exclusive stuff as we can. We're not going to dedicate our time to beating them, though.
Oh yeah, no.
That's fine.
Because all there really is just showing off what they do. Nothing else really changes beyond that.
Are there any that you do end up beating?
Oh, I honestly, we'll have to get back to you on that. It's been a good while since we actually recorded this game.
Yeah, I will say those updated fights are actually really damn hard compared to the original.
They are.
Oh, yeah.
They really are.
They somehow looked at it. They somehow found a way to make it even more challenging.
I would say the one exception that I think is not too terribly hard to deal with is the one for Sally's stage play, but we'll get to her by World 3.
Fair.
Okay.
And the other thing I was going to talk about is, did we? I guess to try and keep this somewhat topical, did we ever hear back any update on when that DLC is coming out?
Nope.
No.
It's still in development limbo as far as I'm aware.
I mean, considering...
I think they always said, ever since they released it, fall of 2020. That was their big thing.
For
so
2020, I can't live that long.
In fact, I'm already dead.
Also, I'd like to call out an animation error, a very glaring continuity error. Why do they only have yellow gloves in this title screen and nowhere else?
That was on purpose.
They actually did play a joke.
Yep.
That was a thing that the 30s did.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I can't remember the exact reason.
Mickey Mouse, because Mickey Mouse had that exact same issue.
That was also a joke.
Oh, we know. We know, but for
Sorry,
we know
we're
that.
dumb.
No, guys, I honestly
Ted.
did know that. I honestly did know that Steve was joking from the way he is talking. However, for those who didn't know, that is an animation error, not animation error. It is on purpose. Excuse me, because they had so many animation errors.
You need to get water, sir.
Yeah, I have water right next to me.
You.
Again, this game is chock full of that kind of stuff. I mean, already with like the overworld sprites for Cuphead and Mugman, notice that their shoes are yellow, even though they're usually brown.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's right. Well, that I don't think it's as glaring, because yellow to brown isn't quite as glaring as, like, white to yellow.
So, how about we take out Goopy Legrand in Ruse of an Ooze?
How about we take out 100% a Dragon Quest slime?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a reference.
Rample.
And I'm just gonna keep calling him a giant blueberry.
Well, that's what he is.
Also, if you
A
think
giant blueberry with some punch.
if you think Dan Takahashi is bad, I love Gerard Khalil, aka the Completionist. He's fantastic. He's amazing. He apparently is known to be killed by Goopy Legrand, aka the easiest boss in the game.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Also,
go watch
uh,
it. Go watch his playthrough. It's
Also,
hilarious.
they should have called him Blueberry Punch.
Ha.
They should have.
They could have done it.
Also,
They could call that Attack Blueberry Punch.
Also, fun fact, Goopy Legrand was originally supposed to be two slimes, and this form was supposed to be both of them combined.
Yes.
Ah.
Well, actually, that would make sense with the bigness stuff.
Yeah.
that happened there.
Not that it
And-
matters because he's dead, but even then, he still packs a punch.
From the grave!
We'll just say he took steroids.
Ooh.
Good thing you got that smoke bomb.
But
Even
again,
from
it's
the
not-
dead, he wants your hide.
But again, nothing too crazy as long as you just keep keep the pressure on him.
Yep.
Keep up the pressure and
Under pressure!
Nice.
And now he's become deader.
Under pressure!
Yes.
And also, we'll say real quick before we move on, Goopy is obviously a video game reference in of himself, but this game is chock full of that stuff all around, especially if you play the likes of, say, Radius or Star Heroes and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no, because that's the genre that they're wanting to like pay homage to. Is it's a run and gun shoot 'em up.
Everybody,
like Contra.
Everybody's favorite boss, aka Dr. Call, has like 5 different references in his one fight.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I think I don't know all the references, but I do know that they were there.
One thing I love about the hub is that there are little shortcuts like what we just did there that you wouldn't normally think of that allow you to flat out skip levels or things.
This level I remember giving Logan a bit of shit, and you're about to see why.
Yep,
I had fun
know
with
this
the
one.
end. Okay, so starts off fairly well enough.
I'll
Just
take a
gotta
word on
dodge dodge the ladybugs.
Oh, that was...
Stupid Woody Woodpecker.
Jeez, careful.
Go back to your hole.
As always, anything that is pink, you can parry off of.
Yes.
Doesn't matter who or what it is.
So while we talk about this, I'm gonna say, classic cartoons for me, probably were either. Actually, I think legitimately one of the oldest cartoons I'd ever seen was the original George of the Jungle.
Oh
yeah, the J Ward one.
The jungle.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh god damn it!
Oh no!
Oh, man.
Oh no!
Oh,
We rushed
jeez.
Invite you to our
Invite
tree,
you to our
members of-
tree. Only members are welcome, you see.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
Which okay,
sorry, yeah.
just to say it loud real quick, I love at the very end you actually fight a literal dragonfly that roars and breathes.
Oh,
fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have to talk. I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it now for reasons that only James knows just yet. Careful. Destroy.
But yeah, I do agree with you. Like the original George was really good by J Ward. I honestly have more experience with Rocky and Bullwinkle, which those are made by the same people, by the way.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah,
Yes, but those are 50s and 60s. Let's talk 30s, people.
Yeah, like Felix, like Mickey Mouse or Felix the Cat.
I never watched.
Honestly,
Me
the
neither.
majority of cartoons I watched as a kid were from the 40s.
So,
Like,
Really?
like all
Fleischer.
those Disney like Donald Duck cartoons.
Yeah, I remember watching quite
But-
a bit of those.
So we're trying to
that
be very.
poor fly.
can I mention my
Didn't
favorite?
do nothing wrong. Okay.
Sorry, can I
Yeah,
mention
go
my
ahead.
favorite?
Actually, beforehand, Logan, I
hang
think
on.
you wanted to say your piece first.
Yes, Matt. So there was a dragonfly here, and we were rushing. Oh no! And then
Oh,
but
That
fortunately,
goddamn-
no.
fortunately, I had some
Fireball
health.
got me.
Fortunately, I had some health, and we were being very cautious, and we had been out this.
I
for like
love how
20
you were
minutes.
hopping up in the air like during that chase level from the Toy Story game where you're racing
Yeah.
Buzz.
And after all of this mess, I was like,
No,
you know
no.
what? And after all of this mess, trying to keep him alive and trying to carefully platform around the things, I was like, okay.
I thought the fireball would have gone away after
And
that.
he's up there. So the reason why I had to talk about the dragonfly because it's a really cool design. But since I have smoke dash, I can be like, screw that noise.
Oh!
Believe it or not, that's actually how you're supposed to do that. Like,
Get the
for
pacifist rank at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
my
exit's always there. You
goodness.
just don't see it because it's off camera. But if you dash right through it, or whenever it's to the left, you can just get out of there immediately.
Oh my god.
That's
Screw that
funny.
noise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got stuff to do.
You know, I just
Oh, that was
imagine
great.
because I'm just imagining like as soon as you like puff right by it and you get to the exit, the dragonfly's like, oh my!
It definitely was. Let me tell you, what I still kind of have a good I still have a good memory of that. Is that was one of those moments where like I wish that was back in the day where we had like where we were doing the parts like in Craig doing live recordings while we were doing it, because I remember that caught James off guard too, that you could do that.
Yeah. That was before we had the bright idea to actually. I think that was well before we got Craig.
I think this
so we
was
can actually record
legitimately
our live reactions.
I think this was legitimately the first thing we Parsec recorded, because it was we were so excited for this. So we hope that you enjoy what is going to be our fun little Cuphead co-op romp.
See you all next time for the second portion of Aisle 1 of Inkwell.
Bye.
Alrighty.
By the way, would it be a Cuphead co-romp?
Ha. Bye, guys.